program called Triple P, Positive Parenting Program. I do this rarely, so we don't work directly with parents, even though I am accredited and qualified to do so. But what we do is I work across 10 counties to ensure that practitioners are trained to provide the services to families that need it. But I absolutely love Triple P, and I was blessed to come in contact with this program about 6 years ago when my oldest daughter was just 5 years old. And so what it did for my wife and I is it gave us the handbook for parenting, for how to deal with common situations that parents deal with children. And so it eliminated the disagreements that parents may have about what you should do about certain situations. How do you know how to parent? Who taught you that? Your lived experience taught you that. So exactly what your parents did. Have you ever looked at yourself like, oh, I'm doing the same thing my mama did to me, and how I remember how I felt when that happened, because you really can't turn it off, because that's how you're hardwired to parent. And your parents did the best that they could do with what they had at that time, with the information that they had, and so. But we endeavor for every generation to go higher and higher and to be better. So we want to raise our children to be better than we are. And when you know better, what do? You do better. And so this program is basically working throughout our community to inform parents about positive parenting, which is basically building relationships with your children, working to be positive. It's not a program. I know that there's this social media phenomenon about gentle parenting, and people laugh about what gentle parenting is and say, look how she's smirking now. Gentle parenting don't work, right? They don't listen when I say, hey, sweetheart, do you mind if you could go in? So it's not that. That's not what positive parenting is. Positive parenting, one of the core principles of positive parenting is assertive discipline. So what it means is you need to know how to discipline your children the right way. It means you need to be consistent, it needs to be immediate, and it needs to be decisive. So that means you cannot, be teeter-tottering back and forth. You keep on, I'm gonna take your tail up. That's my mom. Keep on. Keep on. Now, what messages, what are you saying literally to your child?
They keep doing it.
So if your child is 3 years old, you keep on. What are they going to do?
Keep it on.
And then you think, because they know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to tear that tail up a whole big grown person. Then went and grabbed a belt switch or whatever on a 3-year-old, and they told him to keep on. So, part of it is clear, concise messaging. Making sure that you're communicating clearly, that when you're given directives, that it's a directive. LaToya is accredited in Triple P as well, and she's still challenged with giving clear directions. Because, do you mind if you could go up and wash these dishes for me? I do, and I'm not doing it. So when you phrase a directive as a question, be prepared to get the answer that you're ready to get. Now, you can't go slap them in the mouth because they act like you, right? So you can't, because you asked them a question and they answered it, right? But a clear directive is, I need you to get up and go wash these dishes. You can say it firm. You can be, you don't need to yell. You don't need to raise your voice. That's a parent trap, because who likes being yelled at? Who's just like, oh, I just love when somebody just yell at me. It just gets me. Nobody likes that, right? So you need to be in the space where your children are, so you don't need to raise your voice. A trap is yelling upstairs. Say, come down here and wash these dishes. Because now they're feeling some type of way because you yell, but if you come closer to where they are and they can hear you, it's better. I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to give you a workbook tonight to look through the larger one. That gives an intro to what positive parenting is. I'm gonna click through just a few things to see what we can discuss. And you know what?